Welcome to GNN Sports. Well, it is the time for Bracket Busters as March Madness is upon us. The bracket was released last Sunday night, and there were some surprises in the field, such as the Oklahoma Sooners and the UCLA Bruins getting in, as well as some others, such as St. Mary's, who were not admitted into the tournament. But as in the beginning of every March Madness tournament, there are the first 4 play-in games. Those will be Tuesday and Wednesday night at UD Arena in Dayton. The first game will feature the 16-seeded LIU Brooklyn versus 16-seeded Radford at 6:40 on truTV. And then immediately following will be the 11th-seeded St. Bonaventure Bonnies versus the 11th-seeded UCLA Bruins at 9:10. And then moving on to Wednesday will be 16-seed NC Central versus 16-seed Texas Southern. And then immediately following will be 11th-seed Arizona State versus 11th-seed Syracuse. The winner of those 4 games will be put into the main bracket where each individual opponent will face a number 1 seed. We'll start with the South bracket, and the number 1 seed in the South is the Virginia Cavaliers. They will face UMBC in Charlotte, North Carolina on Friday. Also in Charlotte will be number 8 Creighton versus number 9 Kansas State. And then moving on, the 5th-seeded Kentucky Wildcats will play against the 12th-seeded Davidson Wildcats, Boise, Idaho, on Thursday. And immediately after that game will be the 4th-seeded Arizona Wildcats versus number 13 Buffalo. Continuing on down the South, one of the biggest possible upsets would be number 6 Miami of Florida losing to number 11 Loyola Chicago, which is in Dallas, Texas, on Thursday. After that game, we'll feature one of our local teams. Number 3, Tennessee, will take on number 14, Wright State. And then the number 2 seed in the tournament is the Cincinnati Bearcats. They will play number 15, Georgia State, in Nashville, Tennessee, on Friday. Before that game, though, you can see number 7, Nevada, versus number 10, Texas. And in the East, Villanova is the number 1 seed. They will play the winner of LIU Brooklyn and Radford in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, on Thursday. Also in Pittsburgh, you can see number 8 Virginia Tech take on number 9 Alabama on Thursday as well. The 5-12 seeding for the East bracket is number 5 West Virginia versus number 12 Murray State in San Diego, California on Friday. Also in San Diego is number 4 Wichita State and number 13 Marshall. In the second play-in game for the East will be in Dallas on Thursday, which will feature number 6 Florida and number 11 St. Bonaventure or UCLA. Also in Dallas will be the battle of the Texas teams, number 3 Texas Tech versus number 14 Stephen F. Austin. And to finish out the East bracket, we have number 7 Arkansas versus number 10 Butler in Detroit, Michigan on Friday, and then also number 2 Purdue versus number 15 Cal State Fullerton on Friday as well. And in the Midwest, the number 1 seed is the Kansas Jayhawks. They will play in Wichita, Kansas on Thursday against the number 16 seeded Penn. One of the most heavily anticipated first-round games will also be in Wichita on Thursday, and it's number 8 Seton Hall versus number 9 NC State. And in another 5-12 matchup that could go either way, the number 5 Clemson Tigers versus number 12 New Mexico State, San Diego, California on Friday. After that game is the number 4 ranked Auburn Tigers versus number 13 Charleston. In the first play-in game for the Midwest will be the number 6 ranked TCU Horned Frogs versus the winner of Arizona State and Syracuse in Detroit, Michigan on Friday. It will be a short trip for the Michigan State Spartans as they will travel to Detroit as a number 3 seed to play the number 14 seed Bucknell. And back to Pittsburgh, we have number 7 Rhode Island versus number 10 Oklahoma on Thursday. And then to finish out the Midwest bracket, the 2nd seed is the Duke Blue Devils, and they will face off against the 15th ranked Iona Gales. That's also in Pittsburgh on Thursday. And in the West bracket, which features multiple hometown teams, the Xavier Musketeers are the number 1 seed for the first time in school history. And in Nashville, Tennessee on Friday, they will play the winner of NC Central and Texas Southern. You can also catch number 8 Missouri and number 9 Florida State in Nashville as well. And for the Ohio State Buckeyes, they were given a 5 seed, so they will play the 12th-seeded South Dakota State Jackrabbits in Boise, Idaho on Thursday. Following that game is the number 4-seeded Gonzaga Bulldogs versus number 13 UNC Greensboro. If Ohio State beats South Dakota State and Gonzaga beats UNC Greensboro, Gonzaga and Ohio State would play for the second time this season, and the Buckeyes cannot look past South Dakota State for the possible rematch. And in the bottom half of the West bracket, we have the number 6 ranked Houston Cougars versus number 11 San Diego State. That's in Wichita, Kansas on Thursday. We also have the number 3 seeded Michigan Wolverines and the 14 seeded Montana Grizzlies, also in Wichita. And to end out the West bracket, the number 7 ranked Texas A&M Aggies will travel to Charlotte, North Carolina to take on the 10th ranked Providence Friars. North Carolina also doesn't have to travel far. They are ranked as a 2 seed and will play the 15th seeded Lipscomb in Charlotte on Friday as well. Keep watching GNN for more up-to-date March Madness results and discussions. Thank you for watching GNN Sports. This has been Spanadura.